The government's trash. I think there's probably no fixing it in its current form, but I think it must be gutted. We have a president of the United States in the center of some of the greatest corruption allegations with foreign countries in the history of ever. And the very agencies that keep getting caught red-handed for hiding, lying, and covering his tracks, they're telling you and I that we're crazy and everything's above board. Yeah, hey, look, guys, we investigated ourselves and we found that we've done nothing wrong. Silent minion, pay your taxes. I'm just as annoyed as you are. Now, Devin Archer is set to testify that Joe Biden, despite all of his claims that he has never, speaking in absolutes, by the way, has never spoken to his son about his business dealings. Right. A charge the White House, again, denied today.
So I've been asked this question a million times. The answer is not going to change. The answer remains the same. The president was never in business with his son. I just don't have anything else to add.
Worst press secretary ever. And in the face of all that, Hunter Biden, okay, the crackhead first son, who is subject of not only a guilty pleading, but multiple other investigations, he files an ethics complaint against Marjorie Taylor Greene for showing a picture that he took, by the way, of him and a hooker that he took a tax deduction on. This government is not salvageable. Now, if you're a Republican and you have any faith in our institutions whatsoever, and you don't think there needs to be a giant overhaul or firing of like half the government, you need to be primaried. I'm sorry. Now, you know what? I'm not sorry. This is why they hate Donald Trump so much. He is the first modern-day president to leave office with a lower net worth than when he went in. Not to mention the fact he donated like 100% of his salary while he was in office. Almost everyone else has come out of office substantially more wealthy than when they went in. Joe Biden, he's so old that he served in Congress alongside people who were born in the 1800s. He has been in government for over half a century, and his net worth is known to be around $10 million that we know about. 2 luxury homes for what? What product has he sold that has made anyone's life, whose name isn't Biden, better? But this is not unique to the big guy. The Obamas, they entered the White House with 1.3 million, yeah, real man of the people, 1.3 million net worth in 2008. Now, they're worth 70 million. And this is according to International Business Times. I'm not making this up. Chuck Schumer, one of our nation's richest senators, has been in both houses of Congress dating back to before I was born. The guy was elected in 1981. Today, he's worth $75 million, 12 million of which is in the stock market. Are you really going to sit there and tell me that he's never made a successful trade with knowledge that he had that you and I aren't privy to? I mean, I can't prove it, but I wasn't born yesterday. This egregious wealth is not just unique to Democrats, though. Mitch McConnell, according to Forbes, sits atop a multi-million-dollar fortune somewhere around $30 million. Been in government 40 years, never earning more than 200 grand, owned 2 nice homes. Adam Schiff, the guy who was just kicked off a committee for lying to us for 4 years. His net worth, $60 million through his business investments. Right, sure. I wouldn't hire this guy to walk my dog. You're going to tell me that he adds so much star-spangled awesome to any business that he can legitimately accrue $60 million? Fat chance, dude. Another one, I lost my primary by 40 points, Liz Cheney. Her net worth skyrocketed from around $7 million when she took office in 2017, by the way. Now, more than $44 million. That was actually in 2020. Who knows what it is now? She doesn't have to file financial disclosures anymore because she's not in office. They don't even hide it. Don't take my word for it. All of these people, recent financial disclosure forms, they all note this stuff. When these people become in charge of anything, they get rich real quick. Another case in point, Anthony Fauci, one of the people I love to hate. His net worth more than doubled during COVID. $5 million he went into COVID with. Right afterwards, he was worth $12.6 million. Weird. This guy has worked in government for 55 years. His last year, he made $480 grand off the taxpayers. But you know what's crazy is the bulk of his wealth came from outside sources. Weird. Who could that be? $900,000 from a foreign nonprofit? Are you kidding me? And he's still getting a pension. $400,000 a year? And the people benefiting from the Fauci-induced hysteria, too. Let's start with the 40 new billionaires that made their money from COVID. The Daily Beast left-wing rag noted, exposing the fact that nearly 340 former congressional staffers now work for pharmaceutical companies or their lobbying firms. But yeah, let's get Trump for maybe paying or having his lawyer pay a porn star 130 grand. Right. Or let's prosecute Trump in Georgia for claiming he won the state. Never mind the fact that Stacey Abrams, who got shellacked, still won't admit she lost the election. She now thinks she's president of Earth, by the way. Our government is run by people who think we're stupid while they're out enriching themselves. They are ramming men into women's sports, White House forgiving student loan debts against the Supreme Court directives, trying to ban my emergency gas generator right now, encouraging BLM and Antifa to burn down our cities. And then they're paying him for it, by the way, with your tax dollars. It's looking more and more like foreign nations probably bribed the current president, and those people want to prosecute Trump over encouraging people to peacefully and patriotically make your voices heard on January 6th? Get bent. These same people wanted me removed, me and you, from polite society, fired from our jobs, and locked in our homes because we didn't want to get a forced injection with no long-term studies that officials continuously got caught lying to us about? No wonder I want to keep my gun rights. I'll hold on to those. Unbelievable. The third world is here now. This is kangaroo court. It's not coming, it's not on its way, it's here now, and we voted for it. Every one of these people in D.C. are elected, and we put them there, one way or another. And I say this all the time, the world can survive a Joe Biden, they can survive a Cory Bush or an AOC or Adam Schiff or any of these people. But they cannot survive having a population who will keep electing folks who hate this country.